Good morning. Today is Tuesday, October 1st. This is Wake Up with KERA News, and I'm Andrew Garcia. We'll see plenty of sunshine and warmth at the start of this spooky season as temperatures reach highs in the low 90s. Coming up in just a moment, we'll hear about a new study that shows 3 cups of coffee a day may lower the chances of a serious illness. But first, let's hear today's news. Tarrant County has offered $750,000 to the family of a woman who died while in custody. Georgia K. Baldwin often showed signs of confusion and died while waiting for a bed in a psychiatric hospital. The county suspects she died of dehydration. Coppell ISD voted to close Pinkerton Elementary School last night, its oldest elementary school. The district made the decision amid a $6.8 million budget shortfall and decided to close Pinkerton due to falling enrollment and a lack of funding from the state. People with cardiometabolic multimorbidity, and there is a growing number around the world, suffer from having 2 cardiac risk factors at the same time. Type 2 diabetes and heart disease, for example. But a new study suggests 3 cups of coffee with caffeine a day may help lower your chances of getting the disease. In today's Vital Signs, KERA's Sam Baker talks about this with Dr. Srinivas Gudametla, a cardiologist with Texas Health Fort Worth.
What's behind the multimorbidity?
People are prone to developing type 2 diabetes mellitus. As we get older, we develop hypertension. Over time, these risk factors, amongst other risk factors such as high cholesterol, lack of exercise and physical activity, and certainly genetic components, increases the risk of development of cholesterol plaques, both in the heart arteries as well as other arteries to other organs such as the brain, the kidneys, and the lower extremities. And over time, event rates such as heart attacks and strokes and lack of blood flow to the limbs increases.
So all of that can add up to the point that you might have more than one risk factor at a time.
That is correct.
The study did not specify a cause and effect, but why would 3 cups of coffee or tea together with the caffeine lower the chances of CM?
There's been a lot of studies that has demonstrated some benefit in terms of the reduction of cardiovascular disease. Presumed mechanisms include there's a benefit in terms of what we call insulin sensitivity. When you have increased insulin sensitivity, you have a reduction in blood sugars, which of course has a beneficial effect. Some studies demonstrate that there may be a potential reduction in LDL cholesterol. And there's also some thought that caffeinated beverages may have what we call antioxidant effects.
We're talking about coffee and tea, but if a person consumed soda, would that achieve the same thing?
Not nearly to the extent, because soda actually contains a lot less caffeine than coffee does.
And of course, you wouldn't want all the sugar that came with the soda to begin with, I guess.
Absolutely not.
So the takeaway from this is for people who might be inclined to go out and rush to Starbucks, feeling they have a safety net around them, is that we don't know for a fact that this will lower CM, but rather there's a chance it might?
I think the latter is actually the take-home message, that there's a chance it might lower cardiovascular mortality.
In the meantime, how can or how could you avoid CM?
The number one factor in reducing cardiovascular mortality is behaviors, and behaviors starting very young in age, such as learning how to eat a heart-healthy diet, exercising, keeping an ideal weight, don't smoke. If you keep an ideal weight, then your risk of developing diabetes in the future goes way down. And right now, obviously, we are in a bit of an epidemic with the obesity issue, and we are seeing a much younger cohort of patients develop type 2 diabetes mellitus. The other things you want to do is blood pressure control, know your cholesterol numbers, and avoid behaviors that increase cardiovascular risk, in particular tobacco use.
Dr. Srinivas Gudametla is a cardiologist with Texas Health Fort Worth. He was talking to KERA's Sam Baker. The Dallas Mavericks are heading to training camp in Vegas today as they prepare for the start of preseason games next week. The regular season starts on October 24th. I'm counting down the days. It's almost here. Enjoy autumn at the Arboretum, featuring pumpkins, gourds, and other fall plants now through November 3rd. For more information and plenty of other things to do, visit kera.org/calendar. Thanks so much for listening to Wake Up with KERA News. I'm your host, Andrew Garcia. This show was produced and edited by Shardae White and Becca Moore. For more news in your inbox, visit kera.org/wakeup. That's where you can subscribe to the Wake Up with KERA News newsletter. That's written by our colleague Catherine Hobbs. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at KERATX, and we'll see you tomorrow.